manuscripts produced by the prolific ocean, yearningly in a dream. I could browse through its kaleidoscopic notes with caution. I have not encountered the flexible hours offered by the shoreless ocean. Early in the day, I could be whispered along my pilgrimage to its world below and above with passion. The sea along Holiday Beach sings and whistles, resonating the soul my faith in sea. This world, if I dream, you see, I see, and we sing along Holiday Beach together with the sea. The sea coast remains sunk in a sound sleep, with the wind whispering early in the morning. The sea might be in a peaceful slumber or wake, or between sleep and wakefulness. Dim figures stir along the beach by twos and threes. In the air swells the fresh breath of a new day. We are waiting together for the scene that, with flames, flick away the dark. The hum of daybreak ignites. Against the sea grows the sunrise in unforgotten crimson pink. The sparkling water and sky blend together, radiating roaring glory. With the light breeze blowing, sings timeless sea in melodies, free as waves free from the worldly bondage. These morning waters embrace the sea tight. On the coastal shore, sweet coconut trees to the music playing in nature. From the leaves of morning is casted a hazy mirage of a brand new day. Sea waves begin and cease, and then begin with a tremulous cadence of slow. The eternal note of happiness is brought in.
Hi there, in the afternoon I'm gonna show you something that is really fun.
Well, the first thing that you may like is the windsurfing. It's quite exciting. As you can see, what is behind me is the vast sea as well as some people doing water sports. Among them, what is really eye-catching is those windsurfers. Let's take a look at that.
Windsurfing emerged as a popular water sport around 1970. It is generally considered that in 1948, a young man called Hainan Darby came up with this idea of using a handled sail on a small catamaran. Hainan's concept was to mount the sail on the catamaran via a universal joint that allowed the sail to be placed in a wide range of movement. Now, let's try to make a fortune to see if we can interview some windsurfers there. If lucky enough, they might give us some more interesting ideas about it. Hi sir, sorry to bother you. We are the MTI student at Hainan University. We're doing a practical program about introducing Hainan to the public. Would you mind if we ask you some questions about the sport you are doing now? First of all, would you tell us what is the specific name of the sport you are doing? How is it different from the traditional surfing? Well, this is called kite surfing, which is mainly driven by wind, while board surfing is mainly powered by the waves of the ocean. But both of them belongs to the surfing sport. I was wondering whether this sport is very dangerous. Generally speaking, it is not that risky, and as long as the player keep their body balanced, the risk is relatively low. However, if you encounter a sudden change in wind direction, the blowing offshore wind or too strong wind, it will be a little bit dangerous. How long have you been playing this sport? Well, I've been doing this sport for about 2 to 3 years. I just came into this by chance. You know, when I first saw someone doing this sport, I was attracted to this immediately. It's really fun. Did you teach yourself the sport? Not exactly. I learned it from a professional coach. Actually, if you want to do any type of surfing, you need the guidance of professional coaches because those sports do need some technical support. For instance, all the skills like how to control the speed and how to evaluate the wind condition need to be practiced all year round. If a green hand wants to learn the sport, what advice or suggestions would you like to give to them? Well, at the very beginning, the most important thing is to learn how to evaluate the wind direction, as I said before. This is the very first step to do any surfing sports. And then it's quite advisable to have a coach to learn some very basic skills before you really have a try it on. Can you talk about what impressed you most during your surfing career, or what motivated you to keep going? You know, for me, the sense of novelty towards the sport has never declined, and surfing at different time and different places bring me a different experience. Because every time when I go surfing, the environment is quite different. That is to say, the wind and the wave conditions are different every time, so the challenges you meet are also different each time. In this way, people always have the desire to conquer it. In a sense, I would say it's not a kind of conquering, but a breakthrough that people constantly surpass their own limit and boundaries. That's the really exciting part. Now, windsurfing has become a quite popular water sport among youngsters. No matter where you're from, how old you are, and whether you have done this before or not, you can have a try just under the guidance of a professional coach. Haikou is a perfect place to enjoy such a stimulating sport, where the wave is just at the right level and you don't need to worry about catering, medical service, and transportation. Just go for it in Holiday Beach.
Hey guys, sunset and Holiday Beach in the evening. Let's go! When it becomes a little bit cooler, children put their imagination into reality. Sand castles in different shapes are created on the beach. When children leave, the castles will become the gifts to the sea. As seabirds surfing the sea return to their nests, tourists embarked on their way home. When tranquility comes back, owning city skyline accompanied with the sea. The sky gradually turns red. However, it doesn't mean the end of the day in Hainan, but the beginning. As an old Chinese saying goes, Food is the most important thing for the people, but people in different provinces have different tastes. One of the several similar diets in China is barbecue. Gourmets are obsessed with the rising smoke and the fragrance of the cuisine. With ingredients dancing on the fire, people are singing loudly at night. And it comes to an end. The end of the story and the beginning of another.